Hello everyone, Man of Interest here with This Week in Keyboards, and it's time for the keyboard news. Fortunately, this week isn't as action-packed as the week before, so we won't have a super long episode, but hey, every week in this hobby we have new topics of interest checks and group buys. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, it greatly helps this channel, and you can stay informed with the keyboard news. So let's start off with our spotlight topics, and first we have GMK Yuri Round 2 / GMK Skydata by Tomberry, which is currently running over on Novel Keys right now. GMK Yuri Round 2 is priced at $120, and the dual color GMK Skydata version is priced a bit higher at $130. Personally, I'm not sure why there is this price difference, because both sets have the same number of keycaps for their base kit, but to be honest, it's probably to account for the fact that they don't expect GMK Skydata to sell as well as GMK Yuri Round 2, but I feel like that will only be a more natural conclusion with that price difference. With all that aside, both sets are extremely attractive. I personally have GMK Yuri Round 1, and I love it. It looks great on my Zephyr. Well, it looked great on my Zephyr. I still need to rebuild my Zephyr, but once I do, it's gonna still look great on it. What really interests me are the Cyrillic Alphas, which would be thematically great for those who have Round 1 and didn't get on that, or for people who are joining in on Round 2. I think it's a unique flair you can add to your keyboard that will definitely make it pop out a bit more. I already have a GMK Yuri Round 1, and I won't lie when I say I kind of like GMK Skydata quite a bit, maybe even more than Yuri Round 1. Well, both sets are going to be running until December 14th, so you have time to save up a bit of money before Black Friday. Or after Black Friday. Next up, we have JTK Griseann and Royal Alpha by Hoodrow Thrilson, which is also running on Novel Keys right now. Honestly, I've always felt that Griseann and Royal Alpha were GMK sleeper sets that too many people just slept on. For those who have been in the community for some time, I'm sure y'all remember when Mass Drop had to extend GMK Royal Alpha an extra week just to make MOQ, and then a year or two later, the sets were selling for over $300 each. It's wild sometimes how perceptions of a set may change with time. But now JTK is going to be making these keycaps, and we're replacing the old pad printed sublegends with new triple shot molds, which explains why the keycaps are expensive as GMK ones at $110 per base kits. But hey, if you're not about those sublegends, alternative double shot alphas will be included in the base kit if you don't like the triple shot ones. I'm happy these sets have returned though, and I'm interested to see how well the triple shot process will go. If I didn't already have my eyes on other sets this month, maybe this would have made it into my holiday basket just because I like Royal Alpha. I feel like I'm missing out on Griseann. Our next spotlight topic is the Atom68 II by Niz Keyboards. What is the Atom68 II by Niz Keyboards? Oh, great question. It's a 65 aluminum board that you can get in either MX compatibility or filled with their own electrocapacitive components. Essentially, this is your budget Topra custom. It's not real Topra. Topra is, in my opinion, it utilizes the same technology, but it's a bit better than what Niz has brought out. But I don't think it's horrible at all. So the PCB will have USB Type-C daughter boards, and honestly, if you want just a 65% option for MX, I think you have way better options. I think really you should only be considering this for those electrocapacitive switches and going that path. I have tried those switches at meetups with both stock and lube sliders, and while I didn't think they were good as Topra, I don't think they're a horrible switch, and I think they work quite well lubed. Plus, their stems are MX compatible out of the box, so whatever key set fills your heart with desire, you can throw on these switches. The case options will be aluminum and anodized black or gray, E-white or E-yellow, and alternatively you can get a polycarbonate case in either a white frosted or black frosted look. For the weight on the bottom of the keyboard, you have the same choices. The plate options are aluminum, brass, and gold-plated FR4. FR4 with electrocapacitive. That sounds pretty cool. There's of course going to be gaskets because it's 2020 and everything is gasket mounted these days, right? You know, I don't think the keyboard looks that bad, and I didn't get on the Round 1 version. I'm actually pretty sure I'll get on the Round 2 version just to give it a try. Now we arrive to the topic of the week, which is GMK Thinkcaps by Voodoo 6K, and it's currently running on DXIMEC. The set is inspired by the classic IBM ThinkPad and IBM/Lenovo Preferred Pro keyboards. The set's going to cost you $110 on DXIMEC, and it's going to be running until December 13th. Honestly, I really like this set. I think it looks brilliant. Sometimes taking inspiration from what has worked in the past will still work today. Actually, quite often that's true. The numpad will be sold as a separate kit, which is fine, and there's a big ortho and 40% kit for that crowd, and you can avoid the base kit entirely if you're a part of those people. The extension kit will come with an extra G, H, and B key. You might ask, why, Huey, why? Well, those are if you have one of those text keyboards with a track point in the middle. If you have one of those, you'll need to drill between those three keycaps to make room for that track point, and having extra G, H, and B is quite great if you want to have a board with it and a board without it. I think the RGB mods work really well with the set, and you know what? I miss things like RGB mods or CMYK mods. Maybe this is the old man in me, but I miss it, and I'm happy I can see it here. It reminds me of boards back in 2014 when that was in. I think the novelties are also pretty nice, and I think this keycap will easily find its way on plenty of different boards. It's still going to look classy and professional at the same time. This is one of the sets this month. I'll be in it to win it. Okay, that's all for the main topics, but hey, you know what time it is. Bust out your finger guns because it's time for the rapid fire. The Paw Macropad is a Bluetooth macropad that's cute as heck, but like boutique dogs, is expensive as heck. The Merisi Sessantacinque ran the other day with 6 units available as a 65% keyboard. Yeah, many are going to be down to clown with this board, and it looks decent. I like the bottom row layout, and if you won, congratulations. Cat Napoleonic looks like it went down in the alpha kits compared to the IC, and looks to be trimmed down to what it really needs to be. It looks decent, but I'm not sold on those alpha legends just yet. The Stormtrooper HB60 is capped at 45 units, and at the time of writing, still has some available if you're looking for another 60%. That looks like it'll ship pretty soon next month, so. GMK Kuroge Washu is a classic white on black with hiragana sublegends and icon modifiers. Aside from the bottom row, which doesn't have icon modifiers, looks simple and clean. GMK Alexandria is supposed to evoke imagery of texts from a bygone era, but to me it looks like you took GMK Plum and reversed the mod and accent colors. Not necessarily a bad thing, but that's what it looks like to me. Rose's V1 is an Alice-ish style board with arrows and an OLED on the left side. If you're into that OLED game, there's another board with OLED. Why do people like... Someone explain to me in comments, please, why OLEDs are popular for some people. SA Rose Librarian is based off a character from the Genshin Impact games, and it's a gradient set, and it looks extremely meh to me. The Magnet is a 65% with a huge badge with a lot going on around the sides and back. Maybe a bit too much going on for me, but it's Bluetooth for those who want to get more wireless in their custom game. That badge is too big though. The Copperhead is a keyboard that might be made from real copper, and yes, it's a 65%, but it's top mounted, not gasket mounted, nor has a badge. Whoa, crazy. SA Simplicity aims to be a simple set with options for white on black or black and white for both the modifiers and alphas, allowing you to mix and match. It's probably what SA lovers are really missing most at this moment. Something truly simple. The Quark PCB will be great for Plonk and Prionic fans who want a slightly different bottom row for those boards. If I still had a Plonk, I'd probably be interested in it just because I like that bottom row and what they're doing with that. But alas, it's not for me today. DSA Lantern is also based off a Genshin Impact character, and hey, hold on. In fact, it's based off the same character as SA Rose Librarian. I like this set way better, and I'm a big fan of those Ara keys. GMK Lazurite is your white on blue and blue on white GMK set, and I think the base kit and Ultra and Alpha should actually be swapped, or they should just run the Ultramarine version. Gentleman 65% is a laser cut wood 65% that has a knob. It's actually an okayish price, and if you haven't used a case made out of wood, well, here's your chance to. The Droplet TKL is a TKL with simple corner accents on the sides and back and a hefty weight on the bottom, with the logo actually done in reverse with the brass taking up the negative space. The sides are simple, and if people are into simplicity, maybe this is for you if you're down to $450, which isn't that bad for what we get these days. The Calliope is a board inspired by the VTuber of that name, which I find strange as you think characters are typically better influences for keycaps than keyboards, but I think it's a pretty interesting layout in my opinion. F-Rollless TKL with 2 macro columns on the left side. Also, OP makes the set based off Calliope, yet they have Ina as their profile picture. That's sus. GMK Iceberg is a calming light blue set with interesting choices for the Incutuate Alphas. Sorry if I mispronounced that. The set is calm looking, and I'm actually happy they went with the black Alpha Legends instead of going with something like white and risking low contrast. ePBT black on white Hangul is simple. Black on white with Hangul sub-legends for the Alphas and Hangul for the modifiers, not Latin modifiers. That's pretty cool in my book, something I'd be down to clown with. GMK Deepwell is, well, it's Honeywell, but it's with a quote richer colors. I actually think the Void version slaps way harder than the Interstellar version. The Cloudline TKL is an F13 wind keyless TKL featuring a bottom featuring a bottom with clean lines, subtle curves, and a cute weight. Of course, it's gonna have a gasket, O-ring gasket, but it's also gonna have a leaf spring top-mounted plate. Could be interesting. The Noru TKL is going to be great for those who want to color customize their top and bottom pieces of their case. Curved finger holds are on the sides and add some visual flair, and the weight it's cute. Weight's cute. The top bezels, I think they're gonna be a real hit or miss with people about that roundness. Anyway, that's it for the news. Are there any topics that interest you? Any group buys that you're going to be joining pretty soon despite the holiday season and all the spending coming up? Let me know in the comments down below. And hey, if you want to see more keyboard news and reviews, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you have a great week. And don't forget, keep on keyboarding.